All right, let's talk about something huge. There's a quiet revolution happening in an industry that's, well, all around us: construction. And believe me, we're on the brink of a massive shift that's changing not just how we build our world, but really who gets to build it.
I mean, think about it for a second. What if our cities were built by robots, designed completely in virtual reality and managed by AI? Sounds like something out of a movie, right? But here's the thing. What if I told you this future isn't just coming soon? It's already here, being built, you could say, one digital brick at a time. Yeah, this isn't science fiction. This is the real deal. It's a massive shift called Construction 4.0. You've heard of Industry 4.0? Well, this is its cousin, the fourth major revolution for the entire building industry. And it's happening right now, literally all around us. Okay, so let's dive into this. What exactly is this revolution? And why is it all happening right now?
So, Construction 4.0, what does that even mean? Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a bridge. It connects the digital world, code, data, designs on a screen, with the physical world of steel, concrete, and glass. It's about taking a digital blueprint and having it talk directly to a robot that weighs bricks, or using data from a tiny sensor on a crane to predict when it needs maintenance. It's where the virtual plan becomes the literal boss of the physical construction.
And, this isn't something that just appeared out of nowhere. We've gone from pure manual labor to the age of mass production, and then to some early automation. But Construction 4.0, this is a totally different beast. It's not just another step, it's a giant leap. We're talking about creating smart, connected, and completely data-driven construction sites. But, and this is a big but, here's the central challenge. All this incredible new technology is creating what we call a skills gap. It's like the old ways of doing things are on one side of a huge canyon, and all the new digital skills you need are on the other. And figuring out how to build a bridge across that canyon, well, that's the real problem we need to solve. So you're probably wondering, what's actually in this new digital toolbox? Let's get practical and take a look at a few of the key pieces of tech that are completely changing the game on construction sites today.
Okay, first up, robotics. And when I say robots, I don't just mean the kind you see on a car assembly line. Nope, we're talking about autonomous machines out in the wild, on the job site, laying bricks, welding steel beams, even painting walls, working right alongside human crews.
And what's so important to remember is why this is happening. Sure, robots are efficient, they're fast, but a massive driver here is safety. It's about automating the most dangerous jobs to get people out of harm's way. It's about saving lives. All right, tool number 2 in our digital toolbox, drones. You can really think of these as the all-seeing eyes in the sky for any construction project. They give you a point of view that, honestly, was just impossible to get even a few years ago. And listen, these things are not just for taking pretty pictures. Drones are data-gathering powerhouses. A task that used to take a team of surveyors days, like mapping out a huge site, a drone can do in a few hours. It can track progress with insane accuracy and then feed all of that real-time info straight into the project's main digital model. Which brings us perfectly to our third key tool, Building Information Modeling, or BIM. Now, if drones are the eyes, then BIM is the brain. It's the central command center. It's this intelligent, living 3D model that everyone, from the architect to the engineer to the crew on the ground, shares. It's the one single source of truth for the entire project, from the very first sketch to the final coat of paint. So, okay, we've got these incredible new tools, right? Robots, drones, BIM, but the tech is only half the story. The really crucial part is connecting this technology to the talented people who are actually going to use it. This is where the human element isn't just important, it's everything. And this is where it gets really interesting. Look at this breakdown. For robotics, yeah, you need programmers and data analysts, but you also need creative problem solvers for when that robot inevitably does something weird. For BIM, it's not enough to just know the software. You have to be a great collaborator and an analytical thinker. And drones? Piloting is the easy part. The real skill is knowing what data to collect and how to explain what it means. The construction worker of the future is a hybrid, part tech guru, part data wizard, and part master communicator. Okay, so here's the billion-dollar question. How do we get an entire workforce ready for this? I mean, companies can't do it all on their own, and neither can individuals. This is where government policy has to step in. It has to be the architect, really, of this bridge to the future. So, what's the game plan? Well, it really boils down to 4 key steps for governments. Step 1, update education. from the ground up. Get these skills into our schools, our trade programs, our universities. Step 2. Fund partnerships. We need industry, academia, and government all working together on real, hands-on training programs. 3. Set new standards. Make these digital skills a baseline requirement for firms. And finally, step 4. Support the little guys. Provide capital so that smaller companies can actually afford to invest in this new tech and train their people. Whew, we've covered a lot of ground. So let's take a step back and pull it all together. What are the big takeaways here?
Okay, first, Construction 4.0 isn't coming, it's here, and it's merging the digital and physical worlds like never before. Second, this whole new reality demands a totally new mix of skills, both technical know-how and crucial soft skills. Third, and this one's urgent, we have to upskill our current workforce so they can actually use this new digital toolbox. And finally, government policy is absolutely essential to making this huge transition happen smoothly. So I'll leave you with this one final thought. The blueprints for the world we're going to live in, they're all digital now. They're more complex, more powerful than anything we've ever seen. So the real question we have to ask ourselves is, are we actually training the builders to read them?